Hi, I'm Paul Cross. I want to talk to you today a little bit about how to create a short radio feature. This could be used for a 3-minute feature, a 5-minute feature. You could even expand this idea into a documentary, the kind of programming I often create. I want to talk to you about how to design and structure a short radio feature. Let's suppose you are given the opportunity to create a 5-minute feature, story, interview, program, music show, whatever, to run on radio. Let's consider this clock to represent your 5 minutes. Here's your start. How are you going to structure this show? How should you put it together? What do you want your listener to hear? Let's not even think about necessarily what the kind of content you're going to do. Let's think about how should I put the show together so that it's going to flow. Well, I think you need here some kind of beginning of the show. Let's call this a show open. I think you need an opening to the show. If you think of most of what you hear on radio and think of what you see on TV and YouTube, etc., shows have a beginning of some sort. We'll call that our open. I suppose when you're done, you probably want an ending. Let's call that a close. We're starting here at 0. That's your beginning time. And we're coming back here at the end. Let's say it's 5 minutes. So, where are we going to go within this 5 minutes? Well, we're going to open the show by letting the listener know what this show is going to be about. Maybe there's a little bit of music in there. Maybe there's a little bit of wild sound, background sound. Maybe you're doing a feature story here at Humber about, nature in the Arboretum. And maybe you want us to hear the sound of the Arboretum. Or maybe it's a story about life at Humber and you're saying, I'm here in the beautiful Arboretum, and no, here's an airplane going over, so I'll have some wild sound of an airplane flying over. Then, within the structure of the show, let's think of what we need to know. What's this story really all about? Let's just ask that. And in the first 30 seconds or so of a short feature, maybe you're establishing what is this story really about and who's involved in it. This isn't a template, it's not a formula, you don't have to follow this all the time. This is just an idea of how you can map it out. Maybe there's an issue in the story. So you want to say, well, what are we doing about this issue? What are we doing about airplane noise flying over the Arboretum? What are we doing about the need for good jobs? What are we doing about the need for supplies or donations to the food bank? What are we doing to help find a donor for a liver for a child in the hospital? And then at the end, once we've established what's it all about, who's involved, what are we doing about it, maybe we want to talk a little bit about the future or what comes next. And then we'll have our closing and our conclusion. So let's just consider then what we want within a short feature for radio. We need an open. We need to know what is it about. We need to know who's involved. We need to know what are we doing. And maybe something about the future. Let's call that what's next. There's just an idea flowing through the show. The content could be whatever you want it to be. It could be an interview. It could be pieces of interview with narration around them. There could be some music in there. There could be some wild sound. There could be some sound effects if it's that type of show. But we start here at 0. 5 minutes later, we've heard our complete story. After we've done that, we're going to have to write an intro so somebody can use this show on the air, and I'll talk about that next time.